Hey everybody, welcome to the North Royalton High School Ski Club 2021. Hopefully I'm a familiar face to you. I'm Mr. Phillips, and I've been asked to take over the high school club as they did not have an advisor. So they asked me and I obliged, and I'm going to give you the information on this year's club. So there's many changes, and the changes are due to COVID, obviously. The changes to the ownership of Boston Mills Brandywine. They're now owned by Vail, and also our school protocols to meet COVID guidelines. So without any further ado, let's get started. We will have an informational parent meeting on Tuesday, December 15th at 7 p.m. If you have any questions, please attend and I'll be able to interact with you and answer all those questions. But if you don't, I'm going to explain all the essential information that is in this slide presentation. And I'm also going to send you a link for the actual slide presentation because it is all hyperlinked and you can get all your forms downloaded and make sure you know all the codes that you need to join. It's a little bit more involved than years past. And all the teal colored information, not in this video, but in the actual presentation I sent out, are hyperlinks so you can access the Zoom meeting and all the pertinent forms to join up. Remind messages. We're going to be using Remind to communicate with the members, so very similar to what we did at the middle school for those that were involved with the middle school club. Text at NRSki to 81010 or the phone number 502-694-1142, and I'll be sending you information. It's really the best way to communicate and update you on what is happening with the school ski club. We are going to be going on Mondays. That's a change. Last year they went on Tuesdays, but the school does not have buses available on Tuesdays. Partly due to sports and drivers and things like that. So Monday is going to be our day to go. Please note, we will not ski on MLK Day, or if we get pushed back in late February, President's Day. We will avoid those days and go on the next Mondays. And if you notice, I said 5 Mondays. Last year it was 6. The middle school went 6. BMBW is limiting clubs to 5 visits. There are no extended visits once we're done with transportation. So it's 5 visits, that's all you would get. So that's one of the big changes. Our times are from 5 to 8 p.m. We're going to meet at North Royalton Middle School, kind of where we did it in the past, in that meeting area. And that's in part because of familiarity with that and not having a designated place right now at the high school. So we'll meet at the middle school at 4:15. The bus is going to leave at 4:30. We're going to be skiing and snowboarding at Brandywine. So once again, 5 Mondays, you'll be able to ski and board with your friends and classmates. You also get 5 lessons. You are not required to do the lessons, but I highly encourage you to do lessons. All equipment rentals, snowboard, skis, poles, boots are included except for helmets. You have to bring your own helmet or rent a helmet. Our transportation, we're going to be taking buses to and from the resort, but we're going to be limited to 40 students. We only have going to have 2 buses. So, and with social distancing, we'll be only able to transport 40 students. And we're going to take the first 40 that complete all their forms and submit all their payments and register online. The deadline for this is this coming Friday, December 18th. We're going to meet at North Royalton Middle School at 4:15, and we're going to leave at 4:30. We'll be returning to North Royalton Middle School at 9 p.m. So it's very similar to the late buses, what they did in the past. Parents aren't allowed to stay at the lodge or visit per Vail resorts due to COVID state restrictions. So if any parents want to come and watch, they cannot come in the lodge. Our club limits. Due to bus limitations, COVID social distancing protocol, and Vail Resort rules, we have a limit of 40 students this year. First come, first serve. All steps on slide 14, a very key slide, must be completed by Friday, December 18th by 4 p.m. More on that to come. Your cost is going to be $220. It includes everything except helmets. You also have to pay a $25 activity fee unless you had another club that you belong to. Sports do not count, so it's got to be an activity fee that you paid. The resort refund policy is very fair. Basically, if we get canceled due to the club being restricted by the Cuyahoga County Board of Health or by the district pausing activities or anything, the governor, they will refund any unused portion of the program that you didn't use, whether you didn't use any or just partially. So it's a very fair way to do that, and that's listed right there. If you are a pass holder, Epic Local, or Ohio Pass, and you want to take, you can join a club. First of all, if you want to take lessons, there's a $95 fee plus a $25 activity fee. And then if you don't want to take lessons, you just want to go and ski with us, there's a $25 activity fee. So those are your choices, any of which everyone has to pay that activity fee unless you already belong to a club or activity at the high school. Helmets are required for the club. So no helmet, no skiing. It's similar to football or baseball. You cannot participate unless you wear a helmet. We want you to be safe. So either rent one. They're either $10 or $20 at Boston Mills Brandywine, or you can purchase one. Safety and lessons. The North Carolina High School Ski Club members are not required to take lessons. Lessons are encouraged and are part of the club package. There are advanced lessons for Black Diamond skiers. Please consider taking advantage of those opportunities. There are some highly qualified instructors at Brandywine, and I would encourage you, if you're Black Diamond, hit those people up. I can help introduce you to them, and you can learn a lot, and you can be a lot safer, especially on a terrain park. There are no certifications for the terrain park. They're dangerous and represent the greatest chance for injury. So know your limitations, but also take advantage of those advanced lessons. Makeups. If the Winter Sports Club is canceled, we're going to go on the next Monday available. We are missing MLK Day and President's Day, so we could be skiing late into February if we miss some Mondays. In the case that we are running out of days, Boston Mills Brandywine may provide us with some alternate days, but they name those days if we decide to take them. So we can't just pick a date and they're going to make sure we go. We have to ask, and they have to grant us those. So please note that makeup dates may conflict with other school activities you're involved in. So just be aware you might have to make a choice over what you do. Our school club rules, these are all the same in the past. Follow all safety rules and responsibilities set by BMBW. Follow all the directions of the advisors and chaperones. Know your call-off time and be aware what time it is. It's going to be 8:15. I know we said we're skiing 5 to 8, but we're going to get off at 8:15, load the buses by 8:30, and get back to school by 9. All the lifts, carpets, and attendants have watching clocks in case you don't know what time it is. Report to the chaperones at designated times and places for arrival and dismissal, all 5 weeks, and then follow all COVID guidelines set forth by the school and BMBW. We are not playing around with the guidelines. You'll be asked to wear a mask. There'll be certain lift restrictions they'll explain to you, as well as restrictions one student per bus, student per seat on the bus, and then you'll be given an assigned seat each week so we can contact trace. So we take that very seriously. We want you to follow all those guidelines. The responsibility code for BMBW, always stay in control, avoid other people and objects. That's the whole point of skiing, is being able to stop and also turn. People ahead of you have the right of way. It's your responsibility to avoid them. You must not stop or obstruct trails, or be careful if you are not visible. That is especially true on terrain parks and progression parks. Whenever starting downhill or merging, look, kind of like driving, got to make sure that you avoid other traffic. Use all devices to prevent runaway equipment, namely snowboards. You have to have a leash on that or they will not let you get on a lift. Observe all posted signs and warnings. Keep off the trails and out of closed areas. I know last year, as far as the middle school goes, we had, I think, 2 or 3 injuries, and all of them happened when people wandered off trail. So stay off those outlined areas. Prior to using any lift, make sure you know how to do that. And if you don't, the lessons will teach you how to do that. And then once again, follow all the COVID guidelines posted by the resort. Slide number 14, the most important slide. How do I sign up? Do all the things asked of you by 4 p.m. Friday, December 18th. Turn it into the box inside the front door at North Royalton Middle School. So we'll have a box in there for the middle school ski club, and we'll have a box in there for the high school ski club. Put all of your pertinent information inside that box. So I'm going to be sending out a digital copy of this presentation that you can interact with. All of the teal colored items are hyperlinks. So there's going to be a hyperlink for the ski club registration. You got to print that out, sign it, make sure you understand everything, turn that in. You have to online register with BMBW. There's a code. Regular members, meaning that you're taking lessons, you're doing rentals, has that first code. And then season pass holders that are taking lessons have the other code. If you're a season pass holder and you do not want to take lessons, you don't have to register online, but you have to do the high school club registration. There is a Vail waiver. You have to, once again, print that out and turn in the original copy. No scanned copies. They want the official signature. That's got to be printed and turned out. Then you need 2 checks, either for $220 for your regular members or $95 for season pass holders who want to take lessons. If you are a pass holder and you do not want to take lessons, you do not have to turn in one of those 2 checks, but everyone has to turn in a $25 activity fee unless you've already paid for another activity that has started this year. So once again, this is the most important slide. Make sure you hit that deadline because it's going to be hard and firm. We're up against it time-wise, and it just happens the way that 2020 worked this year. So I'm excited to have you in the club and be a part of it. So we're looking forward to meeting you either on Tuesday for our online meeting, or January 4th, which is our first day. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.